and we're here talking about a little bit no junk food challenge.
No junk food challenge.
With Bruce Dash, who recently...
Jessy Karate.
Jessy Karate, right. So Bruce won the classic bodybuilding championship.
Yes, and the men's physique championship.
And the men's physique championship.
First ever classic bodybuilding championship for NIF Canada.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Edged in stone.
Hey, and it's here, I mean his place here, that's all where it happens, right?
Yeah, this is all where it happens. This is where I train. A gym, Awesome Way, WHEY Way. If you haven't followed, Awesome WHEY Way on Instagram. And you can check my website out, awesomeway.com.
Very good. So with the no junk food challenge, it's all about what should we eat and what can we not eat and what should we avoid. And so he winning recently this title, in his sports clearly it's much more focused on diet. And so I was like, hey, let's talk with Bruce about diet, and you guys can, you know, drop in your questions if you have any questions, but it's really about, you know, how does he do it, you know, how does he stay away from all these good foods, and you know,
it's a struggle.
Well, we are on day 3 and it's really a struggle. I suffered today a lot, like my head is saying chocolate. And I say, no. And so yeah, so tell us a little bit about your sports and the importance of diet.
Well, bodybuilding itself is not for the faint of heart. I mean, it's really hard to stick to the diet. I mean, the training is the easy part, because for me the training is the most fun, but when it comes down to like peak week, which is like the week where you start to deplete your carbs and deplete even water, you find yourself being very weak and start craving all of these foods, even foods that you don't even really like.
Can we relate? No junk food people, can we relate to that? All of a sudden we see everything, like even things we never noticed on the shelf, and I'm like, I want this, and when I finish with this challenge I'm gonna eat all of that.
Yeah, right. But I mean, when you really keep to the basics, you know, white meats, all the different fat burning vegetables such as like spinach, kale, broccoli, pak choy. Every vegetable, you realize that every vegetable does have its own function. All of them have certain nutrients that we need. Of course, a lot of people out there doing the vegan diet, you know, are some of them. Yeah, so it's very nutritious because we get it directly from the earth and stuff like that. Whereas like certain meats, you know, we do have to break it down to get those certain nutrients. You know what I mean? But I mean, there have been recent studies that show that different blood types have you're allowed to eat different things. So some people just shouldn't eat red meat.
Yes.
You know, it gets them sick.
Yes.
Some people should only stick to white meat. Some people have to eat the vegan food. Some people can be pescatarian and have a little bit more leniency, whereas, you know, the body takes a while to like break down different meats and stuff like that. But the fish is easy, so that would be like a pescatarian person. Yeah, right.
Yes, I don't eat meat, so I'm all about the vegan option. I do eat fish though, so I would technically be a pescatarian. But that's great. Everybody can find his own way, but definitely no junk food. Like that's
no junk food.
Well,
it was all that.
That's him. You guys have to do your 5 minutes ab workout every day.
And that's pretty much all you need anyway. Like, yeah. You know, you don't really need to do the one whole hour of abs. To me, that's kind of like a waste of time. I mean, some people I know like, oh, I'm gonna do an ab day. Do a full body day, so you can engage your entire core, because your core doesn't only stop here. It goes all the way around.
Yes. It's true. So we have to do full body workout. That's ideally. The 5 minutes is really a minimum and something easy. So for people who are not on that journey as yet, so they have something to start with and slowly, you know, get into the lifestyle of working out and at least do 5 minutes. So I know there are some people here, they don't even do the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Guys,
it's really simple
on it. So with this now, people have motivation problems, but for you, motivation, or give some tips to the people who struggle with motivation.
Okay, well, I've been told that my philosophy on motivation is very different from a lot of people. However, I do believe that my motivation is pretty much that I never really want to wonder what if. you know. For instance, all the clients that you have coming to your thing doing the no junk food challenge, you're later in life, the windows of opportunity close, and you know, then you sit back and wonder, what if I did finish the no junk food challenge? What if I did? What would my body look like? No, I never want to wonder that at all. So I try to do everything to the best of my ability, or as much as I feel like I want to do it. But I would never quit doing it, because I'm like, all right, cool. So I made a decision. I'm a man of like honor. I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, especially if I have like a fantastic trainer like you, or somebody that, you know, I've came to and said, yo, I'm committed, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to let you down, most of all, because I mean, so I just be dedicated, motivated to what I have to do. I never want to wonder what if, and I just do what I know I should do to the best of my ability that I can.
True. And guys, you know why I do this second one? Because when I did the first challenge, my experience after that, after, you know, not eating all of that junk food, I was like, even though it was hard and I struggled, but at the end I was like, you know, I feel so much better. And it was such a great experience that now this time around I said, I'm gonna do this challenge again, because it made me much more aware of my own body, of the senses, like what I eat, the sugar, the salt, and of certain things I completely, from the last junk food challenge, there's certain things I completely cut out of my diet. So it does help you, you know, it's always little steps. So this challenge now, I struggle with a little other foods, you know, chocolate is always the issue. But for example, certain sodas, this is totally like, that's a no-go again, right?
Yeah, but there's something in the competition a lot of competitors don't do, and a lot of competitors don't mention it because you don't really hear about it, but it's called reverse dieting. So you actually when you gradually go into eating healthy, saying that you're gradually going back to eating like not necessarily junk food, but like salt and sugar and stuff like that, because we have to cut those things. We have to cut the salt and cut the sugar.
Yes.
All the processed carbs and stuff like that. You know, I mean, we strictly have to stick to starch. We strictly have to stick to non-processed carbs, complex carbs like yam, green banana, sweet potato.
Yam, banana, sweet potato. I know some of...
No dumpling.
I know Switzerland, if Switzerland is in the house, we don't have no yam, but by now I know they import everything. But it's really, so we say apps are made in the kitchen. That's one part. But the other part I would also say it's here, you know.
Motivation, you might.
The motivation and the mindset, when we were talking about motivation, it is discipline. If you have to find your discipline to say, okay, even if I have cravings or I don't feel like it, if you go by feelings, you will never get nowhere with nothing, right? So discipline is very important, and you have to challenge yourself and tell yourself, no man, I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm gonna put this, and I'm strong.
All of you are strong.
Yes. So sometimes these challenges helps us also to say, I want to prove myself that it's mind over body and not the other way around. And every now and then in life, we should give us a little challenge to make sure that it is mind over body and we're in control. So even though if some different people doing dieting for different reasons, health reasons, they want to lose weight, or they also just want to say, am I really, is my mind still strong? Because, you know, your mindset is like a muscle.
Right.
You know, it is, you train. You're not just mentally strong, you know, you train for it. So, same thing, if you're in discipline, you train for it. So that's the good news actually. It's not just something you're born with. So when we listen to champions like him, we see that his mindset is trained to be disciplined. And so everybody can be disciplined, but you know, everybody learns slowly but surely, but you have to stick to it. And just like you said, you want to respect yourself, you want to respect others. How can I respect myself if today I say this and then tomorrow, you know, I just forget about it? Then I'll be like, come on, I can't even take myself serious.
Yeah, right? You
Right.
can't even take yourself serious, why are you gonna take things in life serious?
Exactly. So it's very important mindset. And I think that is very important takeaway from this discussion, I think, next to the importance of food. But you have to commit yourself to say, hey, you know, I signed up for this challenge. I want to do it even if I don't feel for it. Get up in the morning because, yes, look at the training rooms. It's not easy. Champions they're made in the dojo, in your training center. They're not made on the podiums. That's just a little result.
You see the podium, the person on the podium, you don't know what they did before. What did they do before? How did they get there? And you know, the journey is what really makes the difference.
Is the reward and is really what makes the difference. So somebody's birthday is today.
Whose birthday?
Isn't it you?
Yeah.
Hey! It's his birthday. So I have a little present for him.
Really?
But it's no junk food challenge, I know, but I still give it to him.
Really?
But you have to, you know.
I won't eat it and let them see.
It is Swiss chocolate. So I will give you this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a little melted, but that's fine. Just put it in the
Yeah,
fridge.
I got you some.
Oh.
I got you a shirt. Same shirt I'm wearing.
Oh, that's so cool. What does it say? We badass?
It says
All year
body.
Body.
Summer marked
body.
out. We're about this all year, not just the summer.
Real deal. Thank
Yes.
you. I'm gonna wear this right now. Hey.
See how good she looks in my shirt. Oh yeah. There we go. That's what we're all about, that all year body.
T-shirt reference.
Right. Look out for more of these graphic tees. Next year I'm gonna be launching a clothing line, something small. Certain graphic tees just like this one, fun little quotes and stuff like that. But yeah,
Keeps us motivated,
Keep
keeps
you
us
motivated.
going.
Right.
You know, have a little shirt like that. Follow Bruce on his YouTube channel. There's much more that he's talking about his journey,
Right.
how he got
to being a champion. It's called Live Canada Revival. The link is in my bio.
You can also DM me, DM him, and then we can always, you know, talk about it in the story, talk about it, you know, in a general manner. And yes, that's pretty much it. Are you wanna say something more to our strong followers now who are pumped, I hope?
Keep following Jessy Karate. Stick to the no junk food challenge. You won't regret it.
Yes, it's in here on our 6-pack.
So, oh my god.
Damn.